So this video is going to be a vibe code challenge, and we'll be building Assassin's Creed game using AI on JavaScript, or maybe a small part of it. We call it All Log, and it's a mini game that we see in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It is a board game basically, and it has health orbs, way too many dices, some Norse gods. इसमें बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हैं, मतलब हमारे टाइप का ये गेम है नहीं, बट स्टिल इसको इनिशियली खेलने में बहुत ज़्यादा ईजी नहीं लगता है, बट उसको सीख जाने के बाद इट्स अ रियली फन गेम. सो इस पूरे गेम को हम बनाएंगे सिर्फ वाइप कोड करते हुए, या फिर ऑलमोस्ट मतलब मोस्टली वाइप कोड करते हुए. और वील ट्राई कि कुछ इसमें एलिमेंट्स हम अपनी हिस्ट्री के ऐड कर पाएँ. सो एवरीथिंग मेंशन्ड इन दिस नोशन डॉक्यूमेंट इज़ बेस्ड आउट ऑफ द गेम ओनली, जिसमें थोड़े बहुत अपने ट्वीक्स है, एंड इट इज़ रिटन इन अ वे जो हम डायरेक्टली अपने AI इंजन को फीड कर पाएँ. सो इसमें कुछ गॉड फेवर्स होते हैं, एक गेम कॉइन होता है, देयर आर 32 स्टोन्स फॉर हेल्थ काउंटर्स, 2 सेट्स और 20 गॉड फेवर कार्ड्स. सो दीज आर बेसिकली नॉर्स गॉड्स, एक्रेलिक डाइस सेट, हार्ड प्लास्टिक बॉल्स एक्सेट्रा. एंड इसमें देयर आर टोटल 3 phases ऑफ द गेम, एंड उन 3 phases में फर्स्ट इज टू सिलेक्ट द स्ट्रेटजी ऑफ अटैक or defense or trickery. Then we select the god favor depending on the god that we have chosen or the card that we already have. So gods like Thor, Loki, etc. Then there is a resolution phase जहाँ पे the strategy that we have built in the first 2 phases comes into action, and we attack the opponent and block opponent's attack. So there are some basic attacks like melee attack, which is an axe, a ranged attack, arrow. Then there are some defensive gears. Ki helmet will block axe, shield will block the arrow, influence will be able to steal God favor. So God favor is something, a currency you can say, that is required to activate God favor. So based on that, I have created my own elements in the most Indian way possible. So we will call it Sikka for toss. So this will be used to decide which player will get the chance to roll the pasa first. Pasa is basically dice. So every player, it is a 2-player game, 1v1. So every player will have 6 pieces of pasa. So one set of pasa has 6 pieces, and each piece has 6 faces, like a simple dice. And there will be some defensive tricks, stealing tricks, offensive moves, and whatnot. Then we have Vardhan tokens. It's similar to what we have here, God favor tokens. And then we have Devta cards. So a range of cards of different Devtas, gods with a specific power that can be used in the game. Then we have Arogya money, health stone. That will signify health of the player. The more the better. Each player will start with 20 of them. In original All Log game, it's 15, I think. Then there will be phases of game, just like the original All Log game. There is roll phase, God favor phase, and resolution phase. So we'll name it according to our game. So we'll call it Run Niti, where initially we will roll the dice. Maximum times we can roll 6 dice is 3. For example, if there are 6 dice, I am satisfied with 3 of them. I will re-roll the rest of the 3 dice again, and उसमें से भी मैं choose करूँगा. Then we have Devik Vardhan phase. This will be phase 2, and players get 1 Devta card randomly. For the simplification, there will be only 4 Devta cards, and 1 will be assigned randomly at the start of the game. Then the third phase, which will be the resolution phase, we'll call it Yudh, and we'll go through all those Devtas that I have already listed. So one single round of the game will have these 3 phases, and these 3 phases will keep on looping until a player is left with no Arogya money. So it will be a simple 1v1 socket based game, and I am not willing to connect any database for the initial version of it. Player name, avatar, and other personalization info remains in the browser storage only. इतना detailed information मैं उसको बना रहा हूँ कि our AI agent would be able to just understand what we are going to develop. We'll just see the 6 faces of dice. One is Bhala, a traditional handheld weapon. So it is a low range weapon, and it does 1 damage to the opponent. Teer, a ranged weapon, also does 1 damage to the opponent. Kavach, a wearable defensive gear, blocks opponent's 1 Bhala attack. Dhal blocks 1 Teer attack. Then we have Kapat. Kapat is like trickery, and With that, if a user uses trickery, they can steal one Vardhan token from the opponent. And then we have Yagya. It's an additional phase, the sixth phase of the dice. If that comes up and a player selects that, they would be able to earn one Vardhan token. So Yagya phase will never come alone. It will also have one additional effect from the 5 added effects already mentioned above. So we see an example. So these are the 6 phases of one single dice: Bhala, Tir, Kavach, Dhal and Kapat. And then 6 is again Bhala. But this time Yagya is true. So that means there is higher chance of getting Bhala. So that means it will be an attacking phase along with an opportunity to earn one Vardhan token, and so on. So the 6th item here is Tir. Here's the 6th item is Kavach, here is Dhal, then Kapat, then Bhala again. And all the remaining 5 phases will remain the same. So I have also written some visual representation of these things. We have Vardhan tokens here. So by default, it will start with 2 Vardhan tokens available. So phase 3 will check if player has enough Vardhan tokens at the time of the execution of Devik Vardhan. If not, the Devik Vardhan will not take action and the game will move on to the next step. Then we have Devta cards. So there will be 4 Devta cards. Devta cards look like a card with its front side having an image and a name. On click, the card should flip and back should have details of the card along with total Devta tokens it requires to use Devik Vardhan. It will also have details of the action point like beginning and end of phase 3. So one would be Bali, an attacker that will be called if you use 4 Vardhan tokens and give a 5 damage, like it will take 5 health money from your opponent. Then we have Arjun. It will be a supporter card which will remove Dhal from the opponent. So if opponent has selected 3 Dhal and you have selected 3 arrows, but before the resolution phase, like the Yudh phase, you have asked for Devik Vardhan of Arjun, the Dhal of your opponents will be removed. So this is a support card. Then we have Kana, the mastermind. So the priority of this card is 1. It will always move first. It's also a supporter card and it will remove the Vardhan tokens. So if your opponent has selected Vardhan tokens and they have spent their Vardhan token for the Devik Vardhan, you can use this card to just delete all those Vardhan tokens from your opponent, like whichever amount they have selected. Like for example, if they have chosen Bali to attack and they have used 4 Vardhan tokens, Kana card will come to action first and will delete the 4 tokens. So Bali won't be usable. And the final card would be Prithvi. So it is the earth goddess, heals by adding Arogya money at the end of the Yudh. Then we have details about Arogya money. So health stone signify health, life in the game. The game starts with 20 Arogya money on each player. The player who runs out of all loses the game. And visually it should look like blue shiny circular stones, sapphire looking stones. So these are the building blocks of this game, and I have put in a way that is understandable by AI, but most importantly it's understandable by all of us. And now it's time to write one complete prompt, a demo game example that the AI can refer, and based on that create the type of socket signals, emitters, receivers, all the states, can suggest the structure and whatnot. Using all the elements we have seen till now, we will create a demo game flow.